So, a while ago, I read a quote by Maya Angelou, and it talks about how when you belong, there's a sense of belonging and not belonging that's simultaneous. And I think in many ways that is very something that resonates for me. And in so many community spaces, I know I belong in many, many ways. When I school, whether it's post-secondary, whether elementary school, I had a sense of belonging, sense of connection there. My family, extended family, and I have one of those giant ones. But also simultaneously, those spaces also offered many moments of not belonging and messaging, saying that you don't belong. So one of the things that I think that many people of color, racialized people talk about is that idea of where do you come from? So that question that is asked, whether you were born here, whether generations of your ancestors were born here, but that is a question that is very much located with racialized communities or people that are perceived as not being white. And so those can often trigger those senses of not belonging and why you have to defend your sense of being connected into a space. And I think those triggers are often what makes you wonder why you belong, right? Like where you're sitting and who you're sitting with, who comes and sits beside you, who comes and chats with you, who says hello. And it does make you question your friendships, question those general discussions that you have. And oftentimes there are days that are just, full of belonging. Like the person at Cobb's Bread knows you well and chats with you. Neighbors that you know for years and gazillions of years are chatting away. But then you have that moment where, somebody looks at you funny because they see you coming out of your house and they don't think you belong in the neighborhood. And it's that messaging. So it's this constant back and forth of moving in senses of belonging and not belonging.